Hey everybody, welcome back. It's the Mac. Welcome back. It's been almost 2 weeks, I noticed, since I uploaded anything on the channel. And I can explain why. It's been kind of busy, lots of work, lots of other stuff coming in between. Haven't had actually any time to record or plan any of these sort of cool videos for you guys, but I am going to slowly try to get back to it this week and do some stuff, some recordings. So welcome back to Smolensk 43. This is the latest Panzer campaign's title the Wargame Design Studio has released. I did make an introductory video of this and the sort of coverage of the game for about 2 weeks ago, but I haven't done any gameplay, and I usually do that. I usually have some sort of gameplay from the title that I have showcased. So for this, I went over that in the introduction. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. I'll go much more in depth of the game in that one. This one's just going to be pure like let's play. We're going to fire something up and just duke out and me talking bullshit and tactics and stuff. So for this title, there's a lot of static action going on here. I've actually gone through most of the scenarios here. It's a lot of Russians attacks, smashing into well-prepared German positions and overcoming them with sheer number and firepower and sort of causing exhaustion on the Germans, and then finally prevail after throwing in enough divisions to grind the defense down, so to speak. But for this, so many of them are quite long, and I actually didn't want to make a too long let's play of this title. There's other stuff I want to cover. But we're going to be playing Getting Started, man, because I've never done that. I've probably a few times of all the videos I've made. But the Getting Started is pretty good. And I also want to dedicate it to people that are new to the series and new to this, or haven't watched anything before. Just go over some stuff, how I play and how sort of Wargame Design Studio leads you through the Getting Started. We're not going to be referencing the actual documentation that comes with it. It's just going to be on top of my head. I pretty much know what they bring up and what you need to know, the basics to be able to play these games. For many people who have seen this for the first time, it's very sort of daunting to see all this, all these buttons and everything. It's like, oh man. But as I've said many times before, there's not that many buttons you need to actually play the game and be successful. But there's a lot of bonus stuff and lots of in-depth things that you can sort of get yourself into in these games. So just to get the picture up, so the Getting Started is actually covering. Let's open the huge one. This is the first phase of the operation. This is taking part like on the 7th of August when the first phase kicked off in the attack towards the Smolensk area there. So here is the big picture, man. Let's see. So look at the jump map here. It's pretty huge. Yeah. So you got Smolensk over here, and so this is what they captured in different phases of attacks. So the Getting Started is actually, you can see the whole line here, the whole line of attack here, all the divisions and armies lined up for the strike. So the Getting Started is actually right here. It's a snippet of this action going on here. So this is what the Getting Started is covering. This initial attack on the 7th to overcome these defensive positions held by a Fusilier, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Fusilier. Actually, hold on here. Yeah, so it's the 35th Infantry Division. But it was the Are they all Fusiliers? No, they're not. Okay, so but the Fusilier detachment is holding this particular sector as the Russians, the 352nd, and where is it? The 312th Division smashed through here and attacked. All right, so we're going to open it up. Getting Started. So we open that, and it's intended to play as Russian versus the AI. So it's a small scenario, 6 turns, so it's pretty doable there. It's around the Martinkovo. So this is the instructional Getting Started scenario. So the scenario covers the fight of the Martinkovo bridgehead near Dorogob Dorgabush. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. So the city of Dorgabush was one of the fortified cities that protected the road to Smolensk from the east. This town had as its external defense a bridgehead beyond the Dnieper River. To protect this bridgehead, the commander of the something Panzer Corps, the General Martinek, ordered the 35th Infantry Division to defend the bridgehead to delay the expected attack towards Dorgabush. The 35th Infantry Division, with its Fusilier regiments, okay, so that was a Fusilier Regiment 34, defending the bridgehead, had solid defenses and fortifications in the area. To expel the German units from the Montevideo bridgehead, Western Front Commander Sokolovsky ordered Polanov's Fifth Army to begin a frontal attack with the idea of not only piercing the German defenses, but crossing the Dnieper and threatening the Dorogobush from the north. For this mission, had two divisions, the 302nd and 312, would be with the commander of the 35th Infantry Division, General Merke, be able to defend the bridgehead successfully and delay the Soviet advance. So it's the default recommended rules. Well, we are playing the Russians, going to be Axis, so they recommend the default rules. Pretty standard stuff. Got night fatigue, we got counter battery fire, we got program weather, we got limited air recon. Quality fatigue modifier, so it enables differential accumulation of rates of fatigue depending on the unit's quality. It's pretty realistic there. Low visibility air effects. We got virtual supply trucks. We got recon spotting. This is good. Artillery setup. Units are no longer capable of indirect fire immediately after moving. Okay, so it takes time to deploy and stuff. And we have the alternate assault resolution. Using this rule requires that the unit use its hard attack strength instead of assault strength when assaulting vehicles and hard units. Okay. The effect of this rule is to make assaults more difficult against armored targets. That's interesting. Okay, so boom, let's fire it up. All right, here we are, man. The tutorial. So, a couple of things. The Russian command, the report's always very vital. Now you can leave all this stuff up if you want. That's a new feature now. So, I mean, here's actually, a good black vacant window to keep stuff up. I usually don't, it says we have air units available. We have reinforcements. 2 out of 3 is out of command, so that's typical of Russians. Only 1 headquarters is in command. And we have two air units recovered losses, apparently. All right, so this is what it looks like. A couple of things that are really good to, this button here is really good to have clicked in. All the divisions are in different colors, so you know what belongs to what. Map labels are good, if you want to know where you're going and objectives and stuff. So we have standard objectives in this, 25 a pop. So checking the victory, victory dialogue is very good. So first side is Russian. We have a major defeat since we are actually attacking and the Germans are defending. So if we haven't done anything, it's a defeat because the Germans are still holding the territory. We need 75 points to get a major, so that's kind of not a lot to get in this. It probably made this getting started a bit easier. So we need 75. There's like 100 points of objectives, and of course we need to destroy a lot of enemy units and advance and stuff. What else is important to check out? So parameter data is always good to have a look at. This window can actually remain open now as well. It didn't used to be like that, but yeah, see, we can leave it open. So its dawn is at 4 and dusk is at 6 o'clock. There's 2-hour turns. Night turns are 4 hours a pop, and it has a dusk and dawn. So stacking limit is 350 men on roads and a total of 1,500 men a hex. That's quite high. Okay, so there you have different values of the units. This is all, crunching numbers. You don't really need to keep track of all this stuff. Maybe this night disruption is good. There's a 30% chance of if you're not moving along roads and stuff. Pretty high values, to get disrupted. And of course, that is worse as your if your morale is low. I mean, if you have low quality troops, they become easier disruptive, of course. You got bridge values, you got air limitations, artillery values. So the Russian counter battery is 50. Axis is 100. So yeah. Stockpiling is at 5. They have 5 as well. Stockpiling, Russian stockpiling is 125. So if we are stockpiled, that means that we have a lot of ammo to burn, and we are firing like heavy barrages, and you get bonuses. The Axis has 150, so the German artillery is more accurate and stuff, and more powerful in that sense. 60% artillery setup is pretty bad for the Russians. The Axis have 90. And the indirect modification is 50, and the Axis have 100. So, all in all, the Axis have the upper hand in that. So then they have combat losses per 1,000 combat values. Deception values, we're not going to be using any deceptions. I mean, look at all this. There's loads of stuff here. I mean, you can read it, and there's terrain combat values as well. You can actually leave that. You can have that on the map as well if you click this here. You can see, it might be hard to see, oops, but there's like, you get 20% bonus for being in the woods. These are, fortifications are in forests. This one's in clear terrain, actually, and stuff like that. So, boom. Right, so they, in the tutorial, they want to, make you learn how to move units. They want to, firing. There's two kinds of movements in Panzer campaigns. There's like regular movement, or there's like travel mode, it's called, travel mode. That's when units are moving in columns and stuff and marching fast, along roads and stuff to form up. They're not in its sort of defensive positions. When they are in this mode here, they're sort of deployed. They're ready for combat. The battalion is set up for an attack and stuff. But if they're in travel mode, which is triggered by, where is that button? This here. I won't do it now, but that means that they are sort of have an increased movement range and stuff. So, we had reinforcements. What are we getting here? So there's stuff arriving. There is a Russian something arriving. Okay, there's units to the north. What else? Yeah, so we're sort of attacking. This is sort of a, this is the river here, the Dnieper. And they have a bridgehead here, this Fusilier regiment. But we are sort of attacking from, the Russians were coming from the north, from all sides here, except from this, of course. But so they are sort of having, overlapping attack going on here. So there's this regiment, this battalion is arriving from the north. Right, so we had the 352nd. So this is a handy button to highlight organization. That means everything part of that division is highlighted now. So, all right. So they are sort of spread out here. They have their own artillery support. This is probably 5th Army support. This is the part of the 3rd Guard Artillery Breakthrough Division, the 8th Guard Howitzer Artillery Battalion, regiment, and this is like a platoon, I guess. No, must be more. 24 guns. That's got to be like it's actually brigade. 24 guns. Yeah. So are these there? So they are they're deployed for support here. We have more. We have light howitzer guns here. Infantry guns, light artillery. They are lots. 24 guns there pop. That's a brigade as well. So we have some loaned artillery. We even have some more artillery back here. Look at these. We have super heavy howitzer, 24 guns, man. 203 millimeter howitzers, man. These huge guns. 24. Big ass thing lined up there. And here we have the standard 152 howitzers. These are guns still used in Ukraine today. It's pretty insane. But yep. These are the ones, guards, artillery breakthrough division there. Okay, so they're part of that. And we have even more in the back here. So the Russians have huge artillery superiority in this. We have another division. We have the 312. That division is actually out of command. All right, so they're deployed out. They have their own divisional artillery regiment here. 32 guns, 312 rifle divisions, artillery assets. And we have even more things here. We have mortars. We have a shitload of stuff here to attack. What's this? This is the 5th Army headquarters. It's Polenov. So he's out of command. He's probably drunk or something. Okay, we have supply values. All right, so basically we have air power as well. That's this. We have 2 ground attack regiments called the 952 and the 956. There's 16 IL-2M3 Sturmovich that they have 8 versus hard, 12 versus soft, and 18 air defense versus, if the Germans are scrambling air interventions or for flak and stuff. So, and these are 15 here. So we can call them in. Obviously not very good hard attacks, but they're decent soft, I guess. All right. So we're going to be, the plan is just to smash through basically. And there's an obvious reason why they made this, because they want to make you aware of sort of defenses and stuff. So this is minefields. Obviously the more numbers you have, the more dense and more dangerous they are. So these are light minefields in the woods here. These are more heavy. I think the maximum you can have is 3. They're super heavy minefields. So obviously you're going to be needing something called engineers or sappers to clear these. They are the only units that are available to, it says mine clear, so they can clear minefields. And and one important thing you might notice, the defenses. So here you have a bunker. So these are tough nuts to crack. They are in a village. They have 20% because of built up area around it, and it's a concrete bunker, so they have 40. And they get a bonus. That is a bonus I think they get for attacking, plus 10. Because, they have well-placed fire lanes and stuff, and sort of, they're dangerous to attack bunkers. The T is for trenches. Trenches have 40% though. It's very good defense, the trenches as well, 40%. So for instance, these are trenches in the woods, man. So they have forest defense and trenches, so that's 60% there. So they have lots here, obviously, with the bunker. The bunker is a hard target as well, so you can only attack like bunkers with hard attack values. You can't, shoot it. I mean, you can't attack with soft values. It won't do any damage to them. But as you can see, this is a strong, you don't really attack this head on. When they attack these positions that are these are trenches. This is the weak spot in this defense right away. These are only trenches in clear terrain. They only have a 40% reduction there. So this is obviously a good place to break through and funnel into the rear of the Germans. But there's also they have some pretty heavy minefields here, so you've got to be careful. Best thing to deal with the bunkers is sort of to not keep attacking them unless they are disrupted and stuff. You can easily overrun a bunker, but as long as there are sort of fresh units in there, you will have a very hard time assaulting them. You take heavy losses. So the best is to attack the sides, sort of try to surround the bunker, get them isolated. Once they're isolated, they have all sorts of penalties, and you can start assaulting that bunker. And they will not be able to defend as well, especially if they have low ammo and stuff. All right, so we're gonna make a plan. What do we got? We got something here. We have Su-122s, so they have very good soft attack. There's 16 vehicles here as well, so we're gonna be using them. We don't know what's going on there. We do have recon. We have this is recon. That's sort of very self-explanatory. And that is the icon for recon. They're on horses, and they have recon cavalry capabilities, which means that they can use reconnaissance. And they have if this is your sort of visibility hexes, this unit can see all this. Whoops, here. So they're in a pretty good spot to actually do recon right off the bat. There's actually field here. They have some anti-tank guns with them. So anything within this line of sight plus one extra hex can be revealed when doing recon missions. So we're going to be trying doing that. We have a recon force here as well, but they're in the middle of the woods. And that would be if they could spot if there's anything here maybe or something, but they're not in a really good position, that recon unit. But this is. So we're going to be doing some recon here. So you can press this once, and you see now they only have 16. Nothing was revealed. Again. So nothing was revealed. So they also have morale C, so they're pretty decent, but there's probably nothing here, which means we could try and get past here. We did have something arriving here, so we could start by moving them up one hex. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so there's units. There's something here. There's an engineer unit deployed across the river in trenches. So we can see them. They can see us. Let's examine the units. So as you can see, they have really, really lousy heart attack. This is a heart attack value. They basically don't have any anti-tank capabilities, and the soft is 4. Attack power 4, which is really, really bad. And they have 9 assault, and their morale D, which is really bad. A is the best. But they have 16 defense. That's kind of standard for most infantry forces, 16. They have the speed of 4, and they have an AA, so they're pretty lousy anti-air capabilities as well. So overall, pretty lousy troops, the Russians. We're going to have to rely upon numbers here. All right, so let's move this unit down as well. Let's actually move it through the woods to be more safe. All right, so they can see stuff here. Could use them as sort of a recon here. They didn't spot anything now, but there might be units definitely defending this. Could be units in these woods as well. All right, so first things first is always good is to plan an attack there. So we have, for the 352nd, we probably want to sort of attack and use these forces as well to converge on these trenches here and sort of try to overwhelm these trenches. Probably go through the weaker minefields and see if we can take out these trenches. And we won't attack the bunker now. We do have sort of units lined up here, but we do have our engineer unit there as well. Fortunately, they can only get... We could get them up here and get ready. Infantry can move in fast. So playing the Russians, especially when we only have 6 turns to pull this off. So you got to sort of be aggressive with the Russians. You know, you got to think like Stalin. You know, you got to think ignoring losses, basically. I know it sounds crazy, but you know, this is how they fight. So you just got to, be aggressive. You have lots of units to spend, so you might as well just go for it, and hope they recover. This is the Achilles heel of the Russians with the low morale and stuff, to get forces rallied and back into the fight. So we could storm in with units in this sort of light minefield, or it will take us an extra turn just to get our engineers up and line up the forces, and we probably won't have that luxury to do that. The engineers have good assault battles. They have 16 assault, and they have better soft attack as well than these regular forces. So they're very good to use for assault missions as well. Right, so let's make a plan. So one of the things you should always do first is to check your artillery and see what you can do with it. So there's lots of good targets to hit. So what we want to do, if you check out the 11th Mortar Regiment, so they have a range of 5, and they only have 3 versus hard. So that's very low to attack like bunkers, but they have 16 versus soft. So you want to go for soft targets. You know, for instance, we have some heavy artillery. Let's find some heavy artillery. So these are not heavy as well. These are like 76 to 122. So these are sort of light to medium artillery. They have 3 versus hard as well, so not the best. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we have Katishkas as well. They have slightly better hard, but still pretty lousy. But they have excellent soft. They're raining rockets down, which we have a lot of them as well. So if you want to attack like strong points, like bunkers and stuff, you can get lucky with these. Don't get me wrong. You can get lucky shots and get them disordered. You probably want to use your heaviest artillery, heaviest stuff you got, like super heavy. Like we have these super heavy guns. Still not the best. They have 5 versus hard. That is still not great, you know, but it's probably the best we got. Yeah, these heavy howitzers have 5 as well. So all in all, you know, just avoid them and go for the soft targets. So we want to start raining down some grenades. I mean, some mortar rounds and stuff. So this is 5 rate. We should start hitting these. We want to get the aim of is to get these units disrupted, so we can move in. They have penalties on attacking us, and just try and keep them disrupted, so we can assault and have high chances of pushing them out of the trenches. Right. So we're going to fire the first mortar rounds. 36 guns. As you can see. That was 36 mortars, and we only caused 3 casualties on the enemy. So the defenses are, as it said in the description, very good. So we want to keep attacking. We'll attack this. We can't reach that, so 4 men, that's a bit better. 1 man, all right. So we have some mortars here. We can go for this. This is the least defended one. 4 men, 2 guys. All right, we have more mortars. We'll just keep hammering that. Decent damage. We have even more mortars. We can go for this. Pretty low casualties. And now we have the what's this? This is the 312th Divisional Artillery. Yeah. So we want to go for that big time. So let's hit them. Slightly more heavy artillery here now. Right, he's still okay. Here's the Katishka. So let's rain down some Katishka rockets. 24 firing rockets in there. 12 men. 10. You can see the damage piling up here. 8 guns, so not that many. Alright. Now we are back at our sort of this third guard breakthrough artillery division that's sort of been allocated here. So we'll just keep on hammering. We want to get disruption. We might get unlucky, you know. The Germans are badasses. They don't easily get disrupted. But we're also causing casualties, which is good for us. And here is the 352nd. All right, so we want to go. Well, we'll split the attack. Can attack twice with artillery. 2 men. Yeah. So okay. So far we're not doing that great. Here's our light howitzers. So they are sort of supported. They can just sort of fire as well on most of these trenches. Trying to cause damage. Yeah, alright. And here we have some more guns that can be used. 1 man. 6. So very fluctuating results there. All right, here we go. We got the super heavy artillery here then. So we're gonna skip. We're just gonna be attacking these positions. That should do good damage. 2 men. 2 men. Alright, just hit with the rest here. 8 men. So obviously they've taken heavy casualties, and gotten some fatigue and stuff. All right, so let's attack. What could these units do? So they're part of that. What's their maximum range? So they could storm into this minefield. Let's do it. 4 men got killed. Let's storm in with them as well. Another 4 guys. So now we get some more information here. We know it's the 35th. But that's all we know. There's 3 digits, so there could be anything from 100 to 999 men. Probably not that many, but all right. So we have quite a force moving in there to attack. All right, so we do have some spread out forces here. So this is probably where I want to go for an attack. I think we should just storm in there as well. I don't know if anybody, they can't all reach it actually. So they might not be that bad of an idea actually to form up here and then attack next turn. We'll leave one of these, we'll leave these regiments here to move in once we have sort of gone up there. We could actually leave that, yeah, let's just form up these 3. They will move in next turn, and this force will move forward. So we want to try and get them, we want to get them up there somewhere. Probably will not move them. We could do some recon. I don't think we'll see anything though. Could try it. Actually, how far could they move? Yeah, they can get up here, but it's not going to do us any good. We could try and get the recon up and use them here. It's only 6 turns. They have 18 assault though. They're pretty badass, these recon. Only 70 men though. Let's do some recon. Yeah, so they couldn't see anything there. All right, let's move on to the 312. Right, so we don't know what's going on here. We do have these tanks. I'm kind of curious to see where I can move them. We could try and storm them up here. Sort of attack these trenches from the back we have some infantry here as well. We could sort of move. Yeah, he's already there. We could try and just get through here. Not sure if we can. Let's try and move up. So you can drag and drop. All right, so that one made it. All right. We could chance getting into travel mode. You will see the difference if I put this unit in travel mode. See, they can move all the way up here, but they're going to be very vulnerable now to artillery attacks and stuff. Let's get these in travel mode as well. So we have that unit there. We could actually move them. That unit is not a threat. We could just keep it like that. So this seems to be like an open hex here. That is a doubled minefield. It's kind of dangerous. Usually what you want to move in your engineers and start clearing. But that's going to take at least 2 turns to clear that. And if that unit becomes disordered, that's going to take even longer. So we need to be aggressive. We're just going to move in straight in here with 2 battalions and a sapper battalion. Taking 10 men. Got disrupted immediately. And this is our sort of support. We'll move it here for now. And these forces here, I want to get close to this. So he attacked us. We have this force as well. We'll move them there. All right, so we do have a lot of heavy anti-tank guns here. They're pretty good. They actually have very good soft attack values. So probably want to use them. I mean, why not? So they need to get in. And you can save your movement, so they can only move 1 hex. So we'll move them next turn. We'll keep them in travel mode. It's very dangerous to do that, but there's lots of guns there. We'll see what the Germans prioritize. So we do have another sapper unit here. So they are what are they? Stavka, they're Western Front. So they are sort of assigned to the 5th Armies. It's a separate motorized engineer battalion. They're motorized as well. They got trucks. So we can put these in trucks, and they're sort of increased their movement. We could get them all the way up there. It's kind of dangerous, but what else we got? We have flak guns here. 16 these flak guns. They're sort of protecting the artillery, but I would probably want to move them up in case the Germans throw in airstrikes. I mean, we have some really heavy flak guns here as well, but I don't think the Germans have that much air power in the area. So we'll just sort of, try to get stuff forward. Anti-tank guns are no use now, so we'll wait with that. Right, so that should... we have another motorized engineer unit here. We shouldn't forget. Okay, they can move quite far. Let's get them over there. And we have some more flak. Sure, we can use them. Get them up. So you can either click every hex or you can drag and drop. What else? What else? So I think we are sort of done. We have airstrikes we can use. Obviously, we want to hit. We probably want to hit some of this position. I wouldn't mind hitting with an airstrike. So let's call in some airstrikes. 3 men was killed only, not a lot. We could attack that as well with an airstrike. No. Only 1 man was killed, and no disorder anywhere. And since our attack power is so low, he has a lot of defense here. I think the best thing would be not to fire, because we'll draw enemy fire and artillery strikes on us, and that could disorder us. We're probably already going to have a lot of units disordered anyways after the German turn. So nothing to do is to check headquarters and see what their command ranges are. So this button here is command range. So they're well within, the division is within command, but they're out of command for some reason. They're not. They have also full control. And then we have this main thing, and that's sort of covering the whole map. So very important to keep, actually, because that's probably fixed. No, it's not fixed. All right. It's actually very important to keep. So that is actually within that. This headquarters is quite far off, but it's within this command range anyways. So we'll leave it as it is. So obviously we could fire, but I don't think it's a good idea, as I said before. And we've done our artillery. So we're going to end it and advance, and we could save it as tutorial or something like that, right? Save it. And I have fast AI on, so otherwise it'll take forever. So yeah, that was a pretty fast turn actually. Right, so now we're into our second turn of 6. What do we got? We got air units are available, so we still have some air power we can call in. We are clearing mines. So that engineer unit actually cleared 1 level of mines. There's still 1 level left. And as you can see, both my infantry units are disrupted here now. 6 of artillery units are unavailable. 1 unit's actually low in ammo. And 0 out of 2 units got back from disruption, which is really bad. And we have 2 air units have recovered losses. All right. Okay. So we don't have... A lot of artillery units are not available, unfortunately. I wonder if he hit this... Oh, yeah, look at that. I think he took out like 6 guns there. So that was tempting. It's always tempting to hit units in travel mode because you cause more damage. So first of all, let's check artillery. So we're on mortars. We can still fire with these mortars. Right, we want to get this unit disrupted. I mean, I don't know why I say disordered all the time. It's disrupted. Right, so that was not successful. We'll hit this because we're going to be moving in with forces here. No. And these mortars will rain on them. Seven men. Right, first thing is actually... Okay, now we can see... Look at this. Wow. Okay, there's heavy minefields here in the north. You want to check the units. Nothing is probably disrupted here now. No, so we just need to hammer on. Okay, we've got more heavy mortars. We'll just keep hammering these guys. Hopefully... No. And them. Heavy 120 millimeter mortars. Hey, look at that. So we got disrupted unit here. That's good. We don't want to hit that anymore. We don't want to waste rounds on them. We want to hit units that are not disrupted. Okay, pretty light damage there. All right, here's our support artillery. Keep attacking here. 5 men. Another 5. Okay, let's hit them with one more battery. Nope. Let's hit them. No. Right, so we want to. These guys are still. We need to get them disrupted. No effect. Wow. As you can see, the Germans are pretty tough. All right, we do have the heavy, super heavy artillery here, so we'll hit them once with 3 men. All right, and we'll hit them. 1 man. Ugh. Come on. Yes, there we got it, and hit them. No. All right, we do have airstrikes. We could call in and see. He's down to double digits now. That means there wasn't that many above 100 defending this trench. So, you know, let's hit them. We have 1 grounded aircraft, so let's hit them with that. No, just couldn't get him disrupted there, unfortunately. Right, we want to move in them. They're going to smash through in here, see what happens. 14 guys died in those minefields. All right. This is a tempting hex to go in, but we'll wait. We'll wait to go in there. We'll put this unit here. We'll wait until, if they are successful, we can move in here. We can isolate this bunker. Right. So everything is done there. So we do have engineers on the way, which is great. So there's minefields here. So if we can move them once, deploy them. We don't have enough to advance, but we do have engineers set up. We'll get these units off travel mode now. So the visibility here is good, and these guns, they had a soft range of 2, so we could deploy those guns and fire on that position. Oh, they're disrupted, so we can't see them. We need to clear that minefield. So the question is, if we want to sacrifice guns to go in there, that is the question. We'll wait. So this, right off the bat, this could be assaulted now. We have 2 very fresh battalions ready to go. So we should launch an attack. See what happens. We only lost 1 man. All right, so we overwhelmed the defenders there. We lost 13 men. He lost 19 and had to pull back. He got disrupted as well. This is very good for us. So we do have engineers clearing that. We do have these motorized engineers coming in as well. We might as well get them deployed and sort of clear this, perhaps. So we do have these heavy anti-tank guns. Yeah, so we could just move them forward. This unit is should move in as support as well. We have flak that can move forward. And all this, yeah, I did put them in travel mode, but that's going to take them ages to get there, but they could start moving. Why not? Right. These forces, so he's not disrupted here. He is double digit, but he could still put up one hell of a fight, even though we probably outnumbered him like a lot. We could still lose this assault. So we should probably have, you know, keep our cool and wait. We'll wait with that. And and they are advancing. Yeah, so this stuff here we need to do things with there. We have recon. So the recon could advance a bit. I mean, why not? The flag could move up there. We have those there, so that's looking good. Yeah, so that's pretty good. We actually do have a reconnaissance flight. We could do some recon around Martinkovo. What else is in store for us here? Nothing. Couldn't see anything. All right. So I'm pretty happy with that. We do have these. They have 3 range versus soft, which is really good. They can even engage those engineers, but they can also fire at them, which is probably a good idea. You know, weaken that unit even more because they're running away. Now we can't see anything with these guns, and these guns cannot see anything as well. So, and we shouldn't fire here, we should wait. And they are disrupted, but hopefully they will recover. Yeah, so basically, yeah, this unit here, I'm gonna wait with moving him down since all these minefields. So this is actually, they could go through here. There's some obstacles, but they could sort of be sneaky, and there could be a unit here. We see some trenches here, so there could be a defensive unit here, which is going to cause troubles for us if we try to get through here. Should probably wait and see what reveals. So I'm just gonna, yeah, didn't I have any more engineers coming in? Oh, they're there. Okay, we're just gonna end the turn. And I'm going to actually end the video, and we're going to pick up the action in the next part there. So as you can see, pretty fast turns. Now we still have 6 artillery units unavailable. 2 units are low. No one got back out of 3 units, and we don't have a stockpile of artillery out of 4 units checked. So none of our units are recovering, which is bad. But look at this. He's actually disrupted here now. We have. They can attack. They are in trouble here. They are just lousy. But we do have some forces that can sort of push on. We're going to move our engineers and start clearing here. And we're going to be using artillery. So I'm going to end it here. I'm going to pick up the action in part 2. Hope you guys are going to be joining it. I'll see you in that part. Have a good one.